If you keep looking at the bad things that are behind you, you will never see the great things that are ahead of you. Stop wondering why they did what they did and start asking why you allowed it. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. Don't blame the clown for acting like a clown. Ask yourself why you keep going to the circus. Don't accept criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. The fastest way to gain self-confidence is to do exactly what you fear. Don't keep people in your life who don't love and respect you as much as you love and respect them. Obstacles won't make you lose friends and relationships. They will make you cut the tricksters and manipulators out of your life. Your past is an opportunity to learn the lessons you need to deal with your present life. Don't discuss your problems with someone who is incapable of solving them. You are free to make choices, but you cannot escape the consequences of your choices. He who runs away from failure also runs away from success. Change is difficult at first, complicated in the middle, and perfect at the end. You are what you do, not what you say you will do. When someone tells you they can't do something, they are showing you their limits, not yours. Two things to remember in life. Watch your thoughts when you are alone, and watch your words when you are with people. A person without a vision of the future always returns to the past. When you realize that you are expected rather than appreciated, you have to stop doing things for someone else. Expecting the world to be fair because you are fair is like expecting the lion not to eat you because you don't eat it. Don't raise your voice, develop your argument. Change is inevitable. Moving forward is a choice. Don't dwell on your mistakes because you spent too much time making them. When a promise turns into an apology, walk away. Your best teacher is the last mistake you made. You can never be criticized by the person who did more than you. On the contrary, you are always criticized by the person who did less than you. A mistake repeated more than once is a decision. Sometimes you can make the right choices and see them all fall apart one by one. Just pick up the pieces and move on. Be alone sometimes. It is important for your mind and well-being. Anger is the punishment we give ourselves for someone else's mistake. Mistakes don't show your character. Your reaction to them does. Even effortless mistakes can take you to the top, but it is your character that gets you there. Trust is built over the life of a relationship, but it can disappear in an instant if you're not careful. If you don't fight for what you want, don't cry over what you have lost. Set a goal so big that you are wary of not achieving it until you become a person who can achieve it. Life gives you many chances to make mistakes. That means you have just as many chances to get it right. The reason why you want to be better than others is the reason why you cannot be. Progress doesn't need to be seen or approved by others to be real. Don't go to the edge of life. Grow in life. We go to teach someone a lesson. Ultimately, we go because we have learned our own lesson. Stop being thoughtful when you are not thoughtful. There are two ways to do something, right and wrong. If you act out of fear, hatred, or compulsion, it forces you to compete. If you act out of courage, awareness, equanimity, and peace, nature will serve you. If you have to constantly ask yourself whether something is worth it or not, then it is not. A person should be big enough to understand his mistakes, wise enough to capitalize on them, strong enough to correct them. Teach your heart to accept disappointments, even from people you love. When you mature, your silence proves one thing. A person who doesn't fight for anything will fall for anything, even if for some people it is every day. When a problem is solved, its simplicity is incredible. You cannot truly control a person's loyalty towards you. You can do too much for a person and not be treated well. Believe half of what you see. Don't believe everything you hear. Learn to be content and happy by yourself. If you need a friend to be happy, it makes you weak. Don't let emotions affect your life, whether they are yours or someone else's. Don't let yesterday steal from today. If you want to know who controls you, look at who you are not allowed to criticize. The beginning is what stops most people. Don't change yourself to make someone happy, unless that person is you. Don't expect others to respect you more than you respect yourself. Whatever is worrying you or hurting you right now will not last forever. Everything changes and passes with time. Don't borrow anything that you cannot replace. Actions show who a person is. Words show who they pretend to be. You cannot change other people, and it is rude to try. Pursuing a person does not give you value or create value. You gain value by pursuing morality and creating awareness of dignity. If you shift the blame, don't expect it to get better. Forgiveness doesn't make the person who hurt you feel better. It makes you feel better. Sometimes the right path is not the easiest path. Knowledge is not free. You have to pay attention. Only the disciplined are free in life. The undisciplined are slaves to your moods and desires. Life's lessons continue until you learn from them. Just because the boat is rocking doesn't mean it's time to jump overboard. Say no more than you want to say, and do no less than you want to do. Sometimes the choices you make are not as important as making a choice and sticking to it. Don't let the opinions of others drown out your inner voice. Thinking is hard, so many people judge. Don't do something you will have to lie about later. You can't really know the person you are with until you live together. Never marry someone without living with them first. Every person in life comes to a crossroads where they have to let go of the past and move on to something new. The only sad thing is to hold on to the past when it becomes unattainable. A broken heart is the necessary growing pains to be able to love more fully when faced with the real thing. When you make a promise, you build hope. When you keep a promise, you build trust. When people treat you badly, it is a reflection of themselves, not of you. Don't listen with the intention to answer. Listen to understand. Be the person you need when you are young. The answer is always no until you ask. Don't make decisions or promises when you are angry. Today is the tomorrow you talked about yesterday. No matter how good you are, you will always be bad in someone else's story. You cannot know the other person completely. You will never know their true nature unless you get inside their head. If you need more than one hand to count your best friends, you are not a good best friend. No one gets tired of being loved, tired of waiting, tired of hearing lies, tired of assuming, tired of apologizing, tired of being hurt. Some people talk to you in their spare time, others sacrifice their time to talk to you. That is the difference. If you don't deal with the tendency to give up easily, your life will be wasted. Privacy is power. People cannot ruin what they do not know. Don't spend your whole life worrying about what might happen elsewhere or in different circumstances. Instead, put your energy into what is right in front of you. The world does not owe you anything. The world is too big and too much is happening for you to care. Not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will believe what you believe. You are on your own path, so don't change who you are. Sometimes the strongest among us is the one who laughs in the face of silent pain, cries behind closed doors, and fights battles no one knows about. Maybe your path is harder because your calling is higher. In the end, everything will be okay. If it is not good, it is not the end of the road.